supposed to take him back from Chungking to Yunnan after the peace talk. But they became bogged down and they never did go through. You know, Mao Zedong and Chiang Kai-Shek made demands that Mao would not agree to. And so finally Mao kind of, well, he didn't walk out while I was there, but you could tell they were going to drag on and on. And I told them I had other things to do in Shanghai. I was still supposed to be CO of this China Theater Headquarters flight section. And I couldn't afford to be away for too long. So I went on back to Shanghai, and I don't know who they got to fly Mao back up to Yunnan. And he and I had just started going steady before this came up. I was waiting to get back there.
Right.
So about 2 to 3, maybe 3 weeks after we got back to Shanghai, General Stratemeyer's aide called me in and said that Chiang Kai-Shek and his madam, Madam Chang they called her, were having a banquet in Nanking to honor or show their appreciation for anyone who had contributed to the peace talks. By this time they'd broken down. And so he asked if I'd like to go, and I said sure, and I took my crew. And we went to this banquet, enjoyed the fine food, and they did live pretty well. This was in Nanking. So anyway, they had this banquet, and we went, and Shang, of course, spoke English. His wife spoke excellent English. So I walked up to this banquet table that they had and explained who I was, that I'd flown Mao. And good deal, thank you. I said, I wonder if you'd do me a favor giving me your autograph, you know. So I took out this bill with Mao's, the Chinese call it chop. They don't sign anything. They've got a little ivory stick with their Chinese characters, you know, engraved in it. And they had a stamp pad, and that's their signature. And I'm pretty sure he used that. What Joe and I used, I don't remember. But Chiang Kai-Shek and the madam, both of them signed, you know, with a pen. They made their characters. And when I laid this down, I laid it down with Mao Zedong's signature down on the bottom so they couldn't see it. I pretty much held my hand on it so they couldn't turn it over, you know, out of curiosity, because I didn't know what would happen, you know. And neither of them did. They both signed it. So on one bill, I bet I'm the only person in the world that ever had those 4 people's signatures.
Yeah, and you made the biggest mistake by telling your kids about it, and then it disappeared.
I had
It just disappeared.
4 the 4 most noted Chinese all on one piece of paper. I mentioned this, my interpreter, this Mr. Liang, I call him. Okay, we're at this banquet, and I see over in the corner of the room this face that looks so familiar. It's Mr. Liang, only he's wearing the uniform of a Chinese major general in the Nationalist Army.
Wow.
He was sent up there with me to spy on the communists.
Oh, wow.
And they didn't tell me. Well, it's a good thing they didn't, or I probably would have refused to take it. Because who knew if Mao Zedong had found out, what was he apt to do? He wouldn't like that a bit. But so I said, well, it's fancy meeting you again, General Liang. He kind of smiled, and you know, we never said anything accusatory. I didn't. I figured out what was going on, and we mentioned some of the experiences of the trip, climate and all that stuff.